Alright, Shalom. This is Brother Amawan from the GMS Charlotte camp. I'm going to start off by saying all honor, praise, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Double honor to my apostle elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to you brothers out there just pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. Alright, Shalom. Alright, I want to get into the lesson. Pretty much exposing these so-called white people whose nationality goes back to the biblical Edomites, man. To get into how these people that are ruling the earth right now, that they're not profitable unto the planet. Okay, these people that are ruling, which we all know, those are in the know, man. Talking about you 13 bloodlines. It goes back to you banking families, man. You so-called elites. You're the ruling powers on the earth, man. Alright, so y'all control what goes on in the earth, man. The different laws, the money brackets, everything that circulates in this world is governed by you so-called white people, man. Okay, so with that being said, you look at the way that the things are in the earth, man, and you see the state of the earth is in a mourning state, man. Why? Because everything is dying thanks to the things that the so-called white man is pushing in the world, man. There's mass death going on all parts of the world. But, we know this is to be true because this person is in the rulership seat right now. Alright, so I'm going to get, start off scripture. This is Job 9:24, which reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked." Alright. It says he covers the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? And the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. Who's ruling the earth is the so-called white man. That's not hard to distinguish, man, because like I said in the beginning of the video, so-called white man is the one who makes the laws, controls the money, governs everything that goes on the earth. So therefore he's the one in the ruling seat. But he was given that power by the Most High, man. And through this, he's through his lies and deception, totally messed up the whole world, man. Got the chosen people not knowing who they are, which is the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Y'all don't realize that you were the chosen people of the Bible. The killing off of everything, man. You giving fake medicines, fake foods, poison water, poison air. Everything y'all do is wicked, man. But y'all are able to get away with this because the power is given into your hand by the Most High, man. All right. But the main point of this lesson is because these people are profitable to the earth. They're destroying the earth, man. The earth is in a state of mourning because the so-called white man is ruling right now. All right. I'm gonna get that too, because I'm speaking of it. All right. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." Right? So that's going for the whole planet, man, because the whole planet is in mourning. Why? Because the wicked are ruling. Just like it said in Job, man, the wicked are in power. This is how we know the state of the world, man, because one of the lies that the so-called white man likes to push is that that he's the true people of God, man. He's the true chosen people. And if it told you that, the scriptures tell you that the children of the Lord, children, the sons of God, we're righteous, man. But they claim to be the righteous. So the scripture said, if the righteous are in authority, then the people will rejoice. And you look at the state of the world, nobody's rejoicing. Everything is dying, man. The animals is dying. The people are dying. Nature is dying, man. It's everything is totally out of whack, man. Why? Because the wicked is ruling. That's why I said. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, and everything is in a state of mourning because the so-called white man is in the power seat, man. He's destroying everything, man, because the thing about the so-called white man, he's the harbinger of death, man. You know, everything that he touches, everything he brings in this world, it leads to death. You know, and I want to get a definition to prove that. All right, I'm gonna get two. You know, it's I went in the etymology of that word harbinger, and it says, it says a sense of forerunner, that which precedes and give notice of the coming of another. And that's why I said, man, he's the harbinger of death, because he forewarns and gives notice of the coming of death, because everything that he promotes is death, man. GMOs equals death. Homosexuality equals death. You know, uh, tilling the land to where there's nothing left in the land to heal itself, so to say, is death, man. Cutting all the trees down is death. Everything the so-called white man does, it equals death, man. Giving the people fake medicine, pharmaceuticals, instead of giving them the herbs, man. This everything that he does, man. You can go on for days. It equals up to death, man, because he's the harbinger of death. Okay. And I went in Google and typed in with the definition to the meaning of harbinger of death, and it says this. It says anything that foreshadows a future event. It says an omen, and that's just what the so-called white man is. He's an omen, you know. He's an omen, shadow, not shadow. It's like the forerunner of death, man. Because like I said, everything that he pushes, it ultimately leads unto death, man. Because the so-called white man is not profitable on the earth, man. He's not meant to be a ruler, because he's the harbinger of death. Like I'm gonna keep saying. All right, I'm gonna get this right here. This is Sirach 10:4. It says the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Right. This is why the so-called white man has to be taken out of power, because he's not profitable to the earth. Because everything that he's doing, he's killing the Lord's creations, man. Changing out everything the Lord is doing for his own way, because this so-called white man thinks he is a god, man. He thinks he's the Most High. So he everything that he sees the Most High does, he wants to do the opposite of it, man, because he's contrary to the scriptures. Okay. The Lord made the herbs for us to heal ourselves with. The so-called white man went and made pharmaceutical drugs, man. Man was made to be a woman. Now you got Esau making homosexuality a craze, where men want to be men, men want to be with men, women want to be with women. The Lord made all the foods, pleasurable for our bodies, and also nourished our bodies. Esau took the food and made GMOs, so where there's no nutrients in the food no more, it's easier to make. It's killing you slowly, man. So this devil ain't profitable to nothing in this earth, man. So he has to be taken out of power, so that the world can come to peace again, man. All right, this devil is killing everything that he touches, man. Nothing is safe from this devil. Like, I was just watching the video earlier, man. Yashawama was going in how this devil has GMO avocados, man. So nothing is safe for this devil. Once he gets his hands on it, man, it's just out the window, man. You gotta toss it out, because it's gonna kill you. All right, because we came to a point where the world is dying, man. Everything is little. Well, everything is smaller than it's supposed to be, because the nutrients, isn't going into where it's supposed to go anymore, because the Lord made everything beneficial for everybody, man. All right, the animals, the creatures, as us and the beasts of the field, we all get nutrients from the herbs, man. From the vegetation. But now you got fake grass. You got pesticides getting sprayed on the grass as weed killers and things like that. You got the air being poisoned. The water is poisoned. You know, fluorides all up in the waters. Who knows what is also getting sprayed in the air, man, besides aluminum and barium oxide, man. And then chemicals that is turning things gay, man. You got the scientist that's, he came out, I forget his name, but he came out and said that he pretty much was tasked with creating a gay gene, pretty much, where they was testing on frogs, and now frogs are homosexuals, man. So all these things is in the world thanks to the so-called white man pushing these things, man. Okay, but at one point, man, everything was bigger than it was now, man. But like I said, through time, man, really through Esau's rule, everything is lackluster inside compared to how it is, because we're not getting the nutrients that we needed. We were getting back then, man, because everything's been thrown out of whack. All right. Matter of fact, before I get that, let me get this real quick. I said it. This is Psalms 82:5, which reads, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk out in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." And that's just like I said, because nothing is how it's supposed to be anymore, man. Hey, the herbs, you got herbs that's banned, or we can't even take, man, which is disease curing, man. You got, just to give an example, you got people that have cancer. It's certain food that you can eat that has the benefits in the food that cures it. Like, for example, it's a certain type of almond that you can take that has B12 in it. B12 is banned in the United States, man. Now, you can get serious jail time if they catch you with that, but that's beneficial to your health. But why is it banned? Because that's taken away from the so-called white man's money. Because the doctors have to continue to make sure that you're sick so they can continue to have you come in there and make money off of you. So it's all an elaborate scheme, because at the end of the day, all this is about money. Esau knows that, that food, the food and the herbs, they come in abundance through the earth. So they have to go and poison the earth and manufacture things through their own power and will, so they can monetize everything, man. All right. So through that course, hey, the land is messed up. Animals is all out of their zones, man. Out of their natural habitats. You got people that's naturally sick now, man, from all the stuff in the air, and the food and the water, man. So everything is out of course, man. People bugged out. Everything's bugged out, man. Hey, you got gay animals, man. We ain't never see that in the ancient world, man. So this place, daughter of Babylon, is a ball to the fullest, man. Because we know that word means confusion, and we see that. That's thanks to the so-called white man. You damn Edomites, man. All right, but let me get back to what I was saying about everything being smaller in stature. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 5:51, and it reads, "He answered me and said, Ask a woman that beareth children, and she shall tell thee. Say unto her, Wherefore are not they whom thou hast now brought forth like those that were before, but less of stature," right? Because as a people, we were way bigger than we are now, man. As the average height for a man is about 5 or 6 feet, man. We were way taller than this back in the ancient world, man. Naturally, had a buff physique, because in our daily labors, we got our exercise, we got our nutrients to where our bodies fully develop to how we're supposed to be, man. But thanks to this messed up society, we're like this now because our bodies are malnutrition, man. Right? That goes for everything. You know, the animals are smaller. The earth is actually smaller than it was before, man. Right? 53. And she shall answer thee, they that be born in the strength of youth are one fashion, are of one fashion, and they that are born in the time of age, when the womb faileth, and otherwise. Consider thou therefore also that how that ye are less of stature than those that were before you. And that's like I said, everything back in the ancient world was bigger than it is now, man. Like the apostle elders always go into, like, just give an example of how it was. Back then it took two men to carry a cluster of grapes, man, back to their houses, man. You know, you can look at the video of the elders going to I believe it was the Cloister Museum, and you see just how the ancient rooms used to look, man. It took, the doors was way up higher than, you couldn't even you couldn't even reach it, man. The dressers was like where the roof is, man. Things was big, man. But now, thanks to us being in a sickly state, everything is tiny now, man. The lions and all of these, the animals are tiny, man. Everything is shrunk because everything isn't getting the proper nutrition that it's supposed to get because the world is messed up, man. All right, but this is one reason this is like this because the Lord, when he was giving the laws out, he has a thing called a land Sabbath that said that pretty much when you till the ground, you're only allowed to till the ground for 6 years, and that 7th year you gotta let the ground rest so that everything can get back to how it's supposed to be, man. Because everything needs a rest, man. That's the whole point of us having a Sabbath, man. But the devil takes that away from us. We gotta work on the Sabbath, man. All right. So I'm gonna get this. This is Leviticus 25:3. It says, 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field nor prune thy vineyard. Right. It says, that which groweth of his own accord of thy harvest shalt thou not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. So we're supposed to be giving the land a rest in that 7th year. We move on to a different land, and then we begin to till that land, man. But you see, the so-called white man, he takes and takes and takes and takes until there's nothing left to take. And then when it's time to give that land a rest, man, he's still out there trying to take off the field. Because this whole planet needs a rest, man. Hey, the land hasn't had the time to rest since the so-called white man came into power, man. All right, so this is why our agriculture doesn't grow the correct way. On top of that, things being sprayed by pesticides and the different poisons that they put on the earth. All right, so this is just an example of this, man, because the so-called white man doesn't know when to quit. All right, it tells you that in Obadiah. I'm gonna get that real quick. The so-called white man is a leech, man. Right, this is Obadiah 1:5. It says, If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen it till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came unto thee, would they not leave some grapes? And so-called white man doesn't leave anything, man. When he wants something, he takes everything that he can possibly get out of it and bleeds that thing dry, man. And we see that with everything the so-called white man does, man. So this ain't nothing new. The scriptures tell you who the wicked is to the T, man. Hey, he drains everything, man. You got a thing in the world called fracking, where he'll go and take the oil out the land, and pretty much bleed that land dry, man. So there's no more oil in the ground, man. And we all know that the oil is in the ground so that the ground can lubricate itself, man. But then when they do all that, they wonder why we have things called like earthquakes and fissures and things like that, because there's no oil in the ground for the ground to lubricate itself anymore, man. Because the so-called white man and took everything out of it, man. And they don't realize that this has a consequence later on down the line. But you know they're so carnally minded, they don't look past the now. They just go and fulfill their flesh until they feel like they're satisfied, which is never. They're never satisfied. That's why they continue to take and take and take, man. Okay, because through this way of their manipulation and their lies, man, they push all types of BS into the world, man. Like I said, they killing off everything. And another form of death that they use is pushing homosexuality, not just on us, and they push it on the animals too, man. So like I said, there's gay animals, man. Hey, you gotta look it up, man. That's everything. Everything is on Google, YouTube, it, man. They have gay animals, man, which is wicked. All right, you got gay animals and gay men and gay women. You know, they push that form of death upon the people, because he's a natural born faggot. And like I said, Esau was the harbinger of death, man. Everything that they promote it equals onto death. Okay. But like I said, the Lord describes everything of how He sees fit. So I'm gonna get this. This is proof. This is Leviticus 20:13. And it says, "If a man also shall lie with mankind, as he lived with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination that shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them." Right? Because homosexuality doesn't bring any type of benefits unto the world, man. That's a form of death that they push upon the people as a live in the moment type thing, and please your flesh, because the only thing that comes out of homosexuality is disease and death, man. But they package it up and make it look so good to where the end thing in this day and age right now is to be a faggot, man, to be a lesbian. All right. And like I said, people don't look past the then and now, and realize later on down the line that, hey, man, if you are homosexual, you can't reproduce. And that's the whole point of what we're put on this earth to do, is to reproduce. All right, we're supposed to repopulate the earth, like I told you. That was a commandment when you read in Genesis, man. I'm gonna get that. All right. All right, this is Genesis 1:27, and it says, "So Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua created man in His own image, in the image of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua created He him, male and female created He them. And Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua blessed them, and Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth." All right, that was a commandment that He said all the way back in Genesis, man. All right, He created a man and a woman to be with each other, man. Not man on man, not woman on woman. Hey, because everything the Lord produces, it's all about life with Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua. But like I said, Esau is the harbinger of death, man. He's the front runner of death, man. All right, so he pushes that on our people to kill them, man. Because really, why the homosexuality is pushed so much on you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, because it's a form of population control, man. What they use to try to kill us off as a people. That's why you see so many of our people that embrace this, man, because at the end of the day, they want our people dead, man. They want our people wiped out so they can get this birthright back, man. Because that's all it's about at the end of the day, is to kill off our people. Because all the things that they're doing, the homosexuality thing, the GMOs, the poison, it's all to kill us slowly, man. All right. Because the thing with the GMOs is made to kill us from the inside out, where we can still work and make this devil some money. But the GMOs is genetically modified organisms where they go and splice different fruits together, meats together, whatever food they can make, genetically modify and create. They have new foods every day, man. All right. So when you go in the stores, you gotta look at the labels, and they'll tell you if it's GMO free, which pretty much the labels don't even mean anything anymore. So I believe it's called I believe it's the Dark Horse Act, if I'm not mistaken. But they lie on the labels now, man, because they wanted it to a point where they didn't have to put that on the labels no more. But at the same time, they lie to you anyways. They spray pesticides on the food, so you're taking in poison either way you go. 'Cause organic isn't organic. You're paying more money for a plant that got hit with the pesticide, just like the regular plant, or is it just a straight up GMO? So you're in a lose-lose situation either way, man. But we're not supposed to be mingling seeds among anything, all right? Because that's the Lord made everything perfect when He did it, man. All right, like it tells you with Genesis, man. All right, 1 second, let me get that. All right, this is Genesis 1:12. All right, it says, and Yahweh Shemel Shah said, I'm going to go up to 11. And Yahweh Shemel Shah said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so, because the seed is what brings the life unto everything, man. So that's why there's seeds and everything, man. You come into when you first come in this truth, hey, you find out that everything has seeds in it, man. Just speaking from my personal experience, man. Hey, I never knew that carrots supposed to have seeds in them, bananas supposed to have seeds in them. So all the things that we grew up eating, you find out was already GMO before you even realized it, man. So we've been eating these things for our whole lifetime, man. Hey, bananas, the GMO bananas ain't even really yellow, man. You can find, red ones, purple ones, So that just shows you that this devil has totally polluted the whole earth, man. All right, let me get verse 12. And the earth brought forth grass, and a herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And Yahweh Shem Shah saw that it was good. All right, and when you look up that word "good" in the blue letter, the Hebrew word is tawab, and it says good, pleasant, agreeable, excellent, valuable, prosperous, all right, benefit. All right, so all that means that it was made for a reason, man. All right, it's made for the benefit of us, man. Because without the seed, you can't grow any more of that seed, man. I mean of that fruit. Even with man, and the animals. Hey, the seeds is what brings life, man. The sperm that brings life. So it's the same thing. All right. But with this devil, they splice seeds and genetically modify things like that. So we gotta expel that too, man. Because like I said, everything they do is contrary to the scriptures. All right. This is Leviticus 19:19. It says, "Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. They shall not sow thy field with mingled seed, neither shall thy garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. So you're not supposed to mingle seeds, man, whether it be plants or animals, man. Even the clothing is supposed to be not supposed to be mingled. You got cotton and wool. It's got to be either or, man. But like I said, we can't manufacture our own stuff, so we gotta deal with it. That's the same thing, like as far as our foods too, man. Because you got things called hybrid foods, which is two seeds they splice together. You got thing I can't think of the examples off the top of my head, but just Google hybrid foods, man, and you'll see a lot of these foods that you thought was real aren't real, man. You got animals that were made to breed together, and once they have this crossbred baby, that most of them can't reproduce anymore. Like you got mules, ligers, there was like a zebra tiger type bred or something. It's different. Let's say you can Google that too, man. Everything is worth a Google at the end of the day. But you're not supposed to do things like that, man, because that brings death, man. What point? What use is an animal that can't reproduce after it comes on the planet, man? It's pointless. All right, because this, and then going back to the GMO thing, man. The GMOs is pointless because what's the point of you eating those things if you know that it's not real, and what you put into your body, it ultimately becomes part of your body. So if you ingesting chemicals that are killing you into your body, what do you think that's doing to your body, man? So it shows you that this devil is just messing everything up, man. Hey, it's a miracle to be alive at this point in time right now, man, because hey, with everything that we're coming to find out about this place, man, we're supposed to be dead a long time ago. That's why the scriptures stress on how we need our Savior to come back, man, because hey, if this keeps going, man, ain't gonna be no flesh that's gonna be able to be saved, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, this is Joel 1:17, and it reads, "The seed is rotten under their clods, the garners are laid desolate, the barns are broken down, for the corn is withered." Let's go into the GMOs, man, because these GMOs are killing you, man. These GMOs are natural, man. The Lord said He made everything good according to His own kind. So we're not supposed to be eating hybrid foods, or genetically modified organisms, man, because that's changing your genetic makeup in your body, man. That's slowly killing us from the inside out, man. Like I said, it's the Lord is what's keeping us alive right now as a people, man. Because we're been supposed to be dead. That's why diseases are at an all-time high, because we're not eating real food, man. And you got everybody has cancer now, man. Everybody's obese because the chemicals that they put in these foods, like such as your McDonald's and all these things, those things don't break down, man. Hey, you can go buy a McDonald's meal, man, and let that junk sit in your car for like 7 years, man, and it will not break down. Hey, they did a documentary on it, man, where it's a museum that has a Happy Meal that was bought like 10 years ago, man, and it still looks the exact same.